Yeah, no, I've been hearing all the inspirational stories and the conviction of women, and I totally agree. It takes one decision to totally change your life around. But you know what the hardest part is? It's actually coming to that decision. And I think you have to stay strong, not when you make that correct decision, but the journey till that decision is always the hardest. They say, the journey till you achieve is always much harder than the actual achievement. So, yeah, but it's great to be here with all the achievers and, women empowered women. So it's lovely.
I mean, I can't tell you how happy I am to have you here with us. Thank you so much for sparing this time in spite of your busy, busy schedule. Your journey has been very, very inspiring. My college days, it was like you are my big heroine, right? Can you share your life journey with us, Amisha?
So yes, my life journey started off pretty privileged. I must say, I was one of the people that was born into an affluent, educated family where everyone believed in education. And my grandfather was the right hand, the treasurer of the Congress, and the right hand to Mrs. Indira Gandhi. He was a barrister. He was mentored by Jawaharlal Nehru ji, and he studied at Cambridge, hence barrister. My grandmother, that's his wife, has been very educated in her time. She was a PhD, and she actually, I don't know if you all have seen the museums in Delhi and Bombay of Mahatma Gandhi and his life story in dolls. In the Gandhi Smriti in Delhi, and where he was assassinated, Gandhiji. The museum there is donated by my grandmother, and she's handcrafted all the dolls herself and placed his story. So each window has an important event from his birth to his death. And there's a similar museum which she's donated to Bombay in a place called Mani Bhavan, which was Mahatma Gandhiji's residence when he was during the freedom struggle and when he was taken into jail. And it has his belongings like his charkha and his tools and his plate and his tumbler and things like that. So I come from a background that is highly educated and affluent, like I said, and believes in education. So I grew up in South Bombay, which is the snooty part of Mumbai, and went to a very good school called Cathedral. After which I went to the United States to Tufts University to pursue my further education. And I went, you won't believe it, for biogenetic engineering, and ended up getting a gold medal in economics. And I did a lot of political science classes there in a school attached to my university called Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy, which has students like Shashi Tharoor, Sugata Bose, who's Subhash Chandra Bose's grandnephew. And I took classes under Sugata Bose, where he actually told us during the freedom fight struggle how he would be a little boy driving Subhash Chandra Bose in the car and making him escape and stuff like that. So I've been privy to a lot of amazing stories in real life, with meeting really amazing people, even with my grandfather, from painters like Mr. M.F. Hussain to a lot of politicians and stuff like that. So I grew up with a lot of knowledge and a lot of exposure to a lot of aspects of life. And of course, I had a fine education. I came back and I decided not to join my father's business because when I went to work with him, I was treated as a little girl. You know how Indian mentality is. They have a son, so the son will take over the business, and the daughter is supposed to just get married no matter how intelligent, how educated, capable. We're not supposed to make a life for ourselves. We're supposed to get married and be settled. So I was actually opposing that. And everything in my life has been an opposition. Like when I wanted to go to America to study, my family wanted to actually send me to to England. I fought to go to America.
Yeah.
So, and then I actually quit my father's business and I went and joined the stock market, where I told them I want to join right at the bottom, and I want to not get any privileges of being so and so's daughter or anything like that. And please let me start right at the bottom and work my way up. So I became the chief economic analyst in a securities firm called Khanwala Securities, which was the biggest company at the time. And that was the time when India was going from manual to digital. So I used to publish a paper every week and I was really enjoying it. Films happened to me by default. That's another story for a longer time. And I got opposition to even join the films. So I faced a lot of opposition from the family. But as a woman, I wanted to do that. And I was in a relationship at that time. And you won't believe, the person I was in a relationship was like, I can't accept films. So I had to choose between almost getting married in a serious relationship or a profession that I wanted to be in. And I told the person, I said, see, as a woman, being someone's daughter to someone's wife, I would want to be someone on my own esteem. And I think that's what every woman should aim for, because we all have some talent. Even that lady sitting in the kitchen, you see most of our homegrown pickles, papads, this, that, everything, you know, starts from the homegrown things. So, yeah, in short, life has been a struggle at every point. I faced my battles up and down, and I'm still here fighting them every day.
Lovely, lovely, Amisha. There's such a powerful background. Imagine an economics background with working on the stock markets. Like, she is our ideal guest here. A lot of us give up on our passions. Lot of us give up on things just for the sake of relationships. But to exercise that choice and to see massive success in the choice that we have exercised, very few people have the courage to do it. So, Amisha, if you can share with everyone how important it is to manage finances as individuals. Why do you
Uh,
think it is important?
I think managing finances is the key to securing yourself. Whether, what people think is, oh, I have to have a lot to secure. It's not that. It takes every drop to make the ocean. I think we need to start small and then suddenly you'll see, oh, it's grown. So, managing finances in the right way, you should not put heavy, things that, oh, I have to have a house by my own home by this date and age. I don't have to be married by this date and age. I don't have to have a car, this much gold, this much jewelry. You have to do what's within your means and be realistic about your goals, and then chalk out your priorities. I think that's very important, to always have something for a rainy day. And the main thing in that is not to compete with society of what, they expect of you, or the social thing that, oh, I have to have these designer clothes, or my house cannot be a one bedroom house. It has to be four bedrooms. It's about the small things, it's about those few investments that you make, starting small and growing. I think that's very important. And things like mediclaim policies, your life insurances, these are all things that we must focus on.
Wow, so rightly said. This is exactly what I tell people at Fortune Academy. You don't need to work on big, big things. Start small. Do it
Small, yeah, have small
consistently.
goals and tick them off, because when you aim big, you actually give up halfway. It is, wake up in the morning. Even a small thing like making your bed in the morning and having it neaten is a productive activity which sets the pace for the rest of your day. So it's about starting small and things become bigger eventually.
Brilliant. Guys, what do you think about it? Starting small and things will become eventually big. Things will compound. It is your small efforts which lead to big results. That's such an awesome thing. Thank you so much for sharing that. Do you believe in willpower and the power of manifestation? How much do you believe in it, Amisha, and how have you exercised it?
Manifestation is, definitely, I believe in it, because I feel I'm capable, and it's important to tell yourself, yes, I am capable, and don't let anybody tell me otherwise. Don't let anybody take away my shine, my glow, and tell me otherwise, because that's not true. And manifesting it is just another form of being positive about yourself, and believing in God. And he or she should be your superpower, should be the person that you have faith in. Rather than listening, there will be more people to deter you and push you away than encourage you. So go with your own will. And yes, totally, willpower is the most important. Whether it is a willpower to not eat that certain thing, not drink, not go into drugs, not have bad habits, or to work hard. Willpower and discipline to go ahead with that willpower. Like, people, I've seen a lot of people have willpower, but they don't have the discipline. So you have to have discipline. Discipline and willpower are much bigger than destiny, because I think any achievement is 99% hard work, and 1% destiny. So you need to completely stay at it. You read the most amazing stories, whether it's founders of McDonald's, Coke, KFC. They got their success very much later in life, after huge setbacks. So age is not a factor. You should be able to go ahead no matter what age. Like I said, don't set boundaries that by this age I should be married, this age I should have a house, this age I should have a car, this age I should have so much in mutual funds, this age I should. No. Do the small things and know there is no age. You know, keep on living and continuing to work hard.
Wow, how rightly said. I always say this even in my sessions, it's like, okay, you've not got something, it's coming, right? Who determines ki abhi hona chahiye? Like,
Who is the one to set these rules? Like, why is it that a woman should be married at 21 and not at 55? Like, what's wrong? Why can't you, if you can't have kids, have them later, adopt them? What is the harm? They should, and if you don't want them at all, also it's okay. Who is here making the rules that what is right and what is wrong? You should make your own rules for your life.
and who is it that tells us you're a failure? Maybe right now I have not reached my destiny yet. That doesn't mean I have failed.
Today I feel even a Mukesh Ambani will compare himself to someone else and feel he's a failure. There's no end. And then you compare Elon Musk, or you compare Jeff Bezos. They will also keep feeling at some point they need to garner more, achieve more. And it's not always about monetary, like do more, but there's no end. So you have to set your boundaries where you have to feel satisfied. Don't stop aiming for the stars, but keep feeling satisfied and pat yourself on the shoulder. I think we forget to do that, and that's where the disappointment arises. You have to feel happy about your achievements. Like I said, even a productive thing like making your bed in the morning, getting in that one good workout, these are small tick marks to make yourself, keeping out feeling that I'm progressing. And you have to pat yourself on that shoulder because no one else is going to do it for you.
Absolutely rightly said. And in our daily routine, we have sharing our wins, and we have a whole community of people who encourage each other to support themselves. So, how important do you think is to have a community of people beyond your near and dear who can support and encourage and inspire you to go?
You need to have people around you that make you feel proud about yourself, and they're very few. They will be very proud of you because most people are waiting to pull you down because sometimes they haven't managed to achieve, or they don't have that drive that you do, and they don't understand you as well. Like, why would you have that drive? So it's very important to be surrounded by like-minded people who encourage you. And I repeat this, there will be only a handful. So keep that handful close. You can keep the toxic people away. Like, you have to declutter. It's okay to declutter people too, not only your wardrobe, not only your things. It's important to declutter people who feed you with negative energy. I think so. That's very important. And because if people that are toxic and discouraging, they hamper your mind and they mess with your growth. They keep telling you can't do it. So, like you said, it's important to have boundaries, but it's important to have a set of people that push you forward.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's really a honor. Even in the last minute, you have agreed to be with us. I'm sure you have motivated my community over here. It really means a lot.
It's a pleasure, and keep the motivation. And everyone, remember, don't ever give up. You are your own king or queen. You are your own princess. You are your own prince. And heavy is the head that wears the crown. With that comes responsibility. So shoulder it and go ahead. Lots of love to everyone. Bye.